Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie. I'm an author and an editor. I have 7 books out currently, and it's first thing in the morning. It's about 7 in the morning. I've been up for about an hour. I'm very shiny because I've been doing my gua sha thing every morning. I just like the way that that starts my day, so we'll fix this later, but not right now. You can see my cat right there. Anyway, I guess I just kind of wanted to start a video today and just hang out. We'll do a vlog. April just ended up being such a busy month for me, and sometimes things just line up in not ideal ways when it comes to my sponsors. Like sometimes they just all have campaigns in the same month, and then I didn't have time to make pretty much any videos other than the ones that were sponsored, so I felt bad about only posting sponsored videos last month. I don't like to do that. So anyway, in May there won't be that many, and I'm hoping to have a little more time to make other content as well. I hope you don't mind as much. I know it's not ideal. So happy Tuesday. I just wanted to hang out for a chill non-sponsored video with you guys today. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going through my emails and I'm trying to schedule a ton of editing clients, and I don't know why I didn't realize this until now. I am pretty much fully booked for the entire year. I'm going back and forth with 2 clients right now, trying to set their dates in stone, and honestly, once I schedule them, I think I might have 2 spots left for the entire year open, which is crazy. I usually book pretty far in advance, but I feel like it kind of happened overnight. I feel like my bookings have been a little bit slower this year than they were last year, and then all of a sudden I looked at my calendar and it was fully booked. I mean, it's a good problem to have, not complaining. We're just wrestling with the logistics a little bit and trying to get everybody a date that works for their deadlines. So once we get this all figured out, it's gonna be a pretty chill day. I've got a couple of editing clients that I'm in the middle of that I'm going to be working on their projects. I need to do some other planning because I do have a couple of sponsored videos this month, so I want to sit down and plan my content and figure out which videos I'm going to do. But then other than that, I would really like to get back to working on my book, Bloodless Ties. I'm currently editing that. That's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see if that's how things end up going. Max, you want to say hi? I kept mom up all night long. I had so much energy at 3 in the morning. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I really enjoy racing up and down the hallway. Yes, I do. Yeah. It's so fun. Correction, I forgot about one other email that I had from a previous client. So now I have 1 spot left for the year in December, and I take half of December off for the holidays and stuff. So beginning of December, 1 spot. I also might be able to squeeze 1 more project into July. But other than that, we are fully booked for the year.
Simply freeze. Don't you worry, let me throw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck. You give everything so easily, but there are things you don't let people see. Open up and hammer down the let it fall.
It's past 11 o'clock in the morning now, and the only work that I've been able to do is answering emails, sending out invoices, updating my spreadsheets, and adding people to my calendar. It's been a huge admin kind of morning, which is necessary, but it's not my favorite kind of work day. It's just been so many little details and stuff, and it's fine. It's out of the way now. We're done with that. I think I've gotten through everything that I needed to get through. So we're gonna stop, get some lunch, and then I will actually be able to get to the work part of my job. We've got a copy edit that I think we're gonna start with for a client. And then, you know what, I'm not gonna do a laundry list of all of the things that we need to do. We're gonna start with a copy edit and we'll go from there. We have moved to the couch, I think it's like 1:30. So I'm working on my client's copy edit. I think I'm gonna put Shark Tank on in the background. It's just good background noise for me. I like having it on. I don't need to finish this project today. I was kind of aiming to have it done by the end of the week, but honestly, I'm in this mood where I just don't think it would be super helpful to try to like jump around to a bunch of different projects. Like try and do this for an hour and then do something else for an hour. Like that's just like not the vibe today. So I'm gonna sit here and honestly probably just work on this for the majority of the work day and see how far I can get into it. Might even be able to finish it today and be done with it early. I think it'll just be helpful for me to just pick something, and once I get focused in my brain into that kind of space, just stay there. It's been a couple of hours since I updated you because I was making TikToks. That's the plan, honestly, for the rest of the day. So I don't really know how interesting the rest of these clips will be. I'm gonna be sitting here editing this book. When I need a break, we will work out. Lately, I've been really into kind of more low impact workouts. I've been enjoying doing yoga, bar, Pilates, that kind of stuff, and then walking or running. But I did a really hard like sprints workout on the treadmill last night, so my legs are a little bit sore. So I might just do like a really long walk today and then some like Pilates or something. That's just what's been feeling good for me lately, which is unusual because I've always been like a super high impact kind of person. I love HIIT workouts and kickboxing and all of these like crazy high intensity things. And in this season of my life, I've just been kind of enjoying the slower paced kind of things. I don't know how we got on this topic. Also, mini update, if you ordered a signed book from me, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I got the package of some of them. I don't have all of them though, and a lot of people ordered like multiple books, so I'm waiting until I get all of them here so I can ship them out at the same time, especially like if you ordered Breakable Things and the Marionettes hardcover. I don't have the Marionettes hardcovers yet, so I'm waiting till I have them all together so I can ship them all out. So they're coming. I don't know why it always takes Amazon so freaking long. And a couple of my copies of Breakable Things that showed up, honestly, I'm not super happy with the quality of. Like there's ink like smeared on the front cover or something like that, and so I don't want to ship out these like kind of defective, damaged copies to people who paid for them. So there might be a couple of orders that are even more delayed because I think I'm gonna order more copies of that, and hopefully they're better quality to send out. I hope you don't mind. I would rather send like a good looking copy to people. So maybe I'll end up doing like a giveaway or something for the damaged copies. Damaged, it's not that bad, but it bothers me. So let me see if I can show you like an example. For now, they're back here. But you can see this one has just like this huge ink splotch on it here and here. They just showed up this way. There we go. You can see it's not centered, and there's like an ink splotch here on the end of the spine too. So I just don't want to send a copy that looks like this to somebody who paid full price for it, you know? Maybe I'll put like the damaged copies on my website for a discount. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. This happens sometimes. See, here's another one. There's like an ink splotch on the spine. I don't know how this happens or how they like don't catch this and they just like send it out thinking it's okay. It irritates me. After that entire conversation, I ended up doing a HIIT workout. Hi, Mr. Dean. I am so sweaty, but I feel fantastic. Okay, so it's a little after 6 now. I've sweat off half of my makeup. We're not even gonna talk about the hair. I didn't end up getting as much work done today as I was expecting. However, I still think I've gotten myself a little bit ahead. I think we'll finish the copy edit early. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna call it a night for working. I'm actually supposed to get some furniture that I ordered for my balcony delivered tonight. So I've kind of been waiting around for that and like obsessively checking the tracking info. It's saying it'll be delivered by 10 o'clock tonight. So I'm hoping it's gonna get here before then, but it's already 6 and it's still not here. So I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. That workout knocked me out, to be honest. So I'm gonna have a nice chill night, listen to some ASMR, maybe watch a movie. I've been listening to a new audiobook, maybe listen to that while I work on my puzzle. All of the things. But I put up a questions box on my Instagram stories to see if you guys had any questions or anything that you wanted me to chat about, so I thought I would throw those in here. So let's do it. Have you ever thought about translating your books and selling them abroad? I get this question not super often, but every once in a while. So translating books, I mean, would be amazing, but it's incredibly expensive and it's incredibly complicated when you're an indie author, and especially if you don't speak the language fluently yourself. it's hard to navigate whether or not the translation you're getting is any good. And none of my books are at a place where I think that would be profitable and would be worth it, because I mean, I could pay like $8,000 to get one of my books translated, and I wouldn't be confident that it's translated well. And there's no way like just one language edition is going to be making me more than $8,000 anytime soon to make that worth it, you know? So at this stage in my career, it's not really something that's on my radar. I was in discussions with a German publisher a while ago for one of my books. They were interested in it. And again, it just got complicated and the logistics of that didn't end up happening. But in the future, potentially, at least right now, my feelings towards it is I would rather work with a foreign publisher to do the translations rather than do it myself. But again, that might change in the future. I don't think I'm anywhere close to having that happen though. What's your advice for someone interested in starting a freelance editing business? That's exciting. Start it. Get started. I think people look at me now and I'm able to do it full time and think that that just kind of happened pretty quickly for me. And I probably started my freelance services probably the summer of 2019, maybe August, somewhere around there, when I wrapped up my internship out of college. So I was kind of building that freelance editing business in the background from, we'll say August, I don't know if that's actually when I started it, somewhere around there, August 2019. And I didn't go full-time until September 2020, so I was doing it for over a full year before it really became a big part of my income. So it is something that takes time to grow. It's something that takes practice and kind of trial and error to figure out what works for you, what you like doing, while also gaining experience. If it's something you want to jump into, I mean, I started out on Fiverr, so you can always try starting out in one of those kind of places, and then I ended up transitioning on to doing my website, obviously. So pretty simple advice, but get started. Will you be doing work from home sprints again in the future? I'm in the process of getting a remote job and would love to join productivity sprints with you during the day. That's exciting. Congrats, I hope all goes well with the job. Yes, I was actually just thinking about that the other day, that I kind of missed doing the sprints and I wanted to figure out how I was going to start fitting them into my schedule. I am starting to feel a little bit more settled and stuff after the move, so things are calming down a bit, so I definitely see those happening again at some point, hopefully soon. The thing is, with the work from home sprints, I've found that there's certain kinds of work that I can do during them and still be productive. And then there's other kinds of work that when I try to do them during the live, like doing the sprint actually hurts my productivity. It doesn't help me. So for example, I can't edit videos during the sprints because my editing software and the streaming slows my computer down so much. And for some reason, my computer will like randomly turn on the microphone when I'm editing a video. So then I go from being muted to people being able to hear the video that I'm editing. So I can't edit videos. I have found I have a hard time writing my own books. Sometimes I can do writing sprints, but I just like, I don't know. It's like being watched. I feel almost like self-conscious, and then I'm like out of that creative space I need to be in. I don't know what it is. It's hard for me sometimes. Client work, for the most part, I can usually do on lives. So it really just depends on like what kind of workload I have at the time. And someone asked teen author, the potential, etc. So I'm not entirely sure what the question is, but I think teen writers are great. I've been writing books since I was, 5, if you want to go back to when I was writing stories and I thought they were books. More of 12 when we're talking about like novel length things. So I think writing as a teenager is great. If that's something you want to pursue, 100% go for it. The practice is invaluable. Whether you're writing fan fiction, original fiction, poetry, whatever it may be, that practice is gonna pay off. Keep doing it. Excellent. Should you be publishing when you're still a teen? I don't want to tell anyone what to do. I don't want to tell anyone no. And I don't know your situation. You might be incredibly freaking talented. You see people who are like 19 getting book publishing deals with major publishers. So, what do I know? But looking back on the books that I wrote when I was a teenager, I'm glad they're not published. I'm glad that they were practice books and I learned from them and I grew from them. And I'm glad I didn't start my career by publishing those books. So my initial reaction to that is like, maybe don't publish it. Write it 100%. Get feedback on it 100%. Revise it. Get beta readers 100%. Go through the whole process. Learn from it. Grow from it. Publish it. If you are thinking about traditional publishing and you want to go the querying route, get an agent and stuff, 100% try that. If you get an agent and you can get that, I'm not gonna tell anyone not to do that. Self-publishing, that makes me nervous just because of how easily it is to self-publish poorly. And once you have a book out there, it's part of your digital footprint. So I just, I would be wary of that personally, but it's all relative. Everyone's different, so who knows? How are you? Are you settled? Feeling good? I mean, it's still a little disorganized. I'm still like slowly getting new furniture and stuff around here, but I'm definitely feeling a lot more settled than I was in the past month. Other than that, feeling good. I feel like I was feeling so freaking good. I mean, I made that whole video about how I'm feeling so happy before the move, and I feel like the chaos of the move and stuff, I kind of like fell out of my groove, I fell out of my routines, I fell out of my habits, so I wasn't like quite at the level that I was prior to the move, and I feel like I'm getting back there, so I'm happy about that, if that makes sense. Any new favorite TV shows? So I've been rewatching shows, but I did binge watch a couple recently because I wasn't feeling well, and I just like laid on the couch for a full day and watched like 2 TV shows from start to finish. So right now I'm rewatching Lost, so I've been enjoying that. I've been watching Shark Tank. I always love watching Shark Tank, but there were a couple of new shows that I watched. I'm gonna have to like look at my Netflix history because I can't even remember what they were. Hold on. Oh, I was watching The Girl from Plainville on Hulu. I've really been enjoying that. I don't know if enjoying is the right word. It's kind of heavy and dark, but it's kind of my thing. Hold on. I was watching one that was like a psychic medium. He used to have a different show called like Hollywood Medium or something. I didn't watch that when that was on. What's it called? His name's Tyler or something. Life After Death with Tyler Henry. If you're into like mediums and stuff, I found this show fascinating. There's only 1 season on Netflix right now. I binge watched the entire freaking thing. I've also just been into a lot of like documentaries and true crime kind of stuff and stand-up comedy. I've mainly been reading nonfiction, and I guess I've kind of been gravitating towards watching more like nonfiction vibey things. And as always, rewatching the Final Destination movies an ungodly amount of times. I recently started watching The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe on Netflix. Haven't finished it yet though. There was some kind of true crime thing that I watched lately that was really good. What was it called? Catching Killers. That was good. I watched The Ultimatum, which was interesting. It's from the same makers of Love is Blind. So what's interesting is I watched Love is Blind season 2 when that came out. And I didn't really like it, to be honest. I really liked season 1, and then season 2 was kind of a letdown. But then The Ultimatum, everyone on that show is a hot mess, but it was entertaining. If you guys have been watching anything good, let me know. Are you still working on another book in the anti-series world? I forgot the character's name. So Gracie's book, that's funny that you say that. I literally pulled that book up either yesterday or the day before that to read through what I had for some reason. I haven't pulled that book up in months, but for whatever reason the other day I like pulled it up again. I only have like 10,000 words or something in the rough draft, and I wrote it a while ago. So I was kind of preparing to read through it and be like, oh, this is terrible. You know, the way you do with your rough drafts. And I read through those 10,000 words and I was like, shit, this is good. Like, I was impressed with myself. It was funny, which is like conceited to say that because like yeah, I think I'm hilarious, obviously. And I think this has the potential to be like my funniest book to date, just like being in Gracie's head. I think she's hilarious. So I was reading it and just like really enjoying myself. So I've been conflicted because I'm in the middle of so many projects. I want to get back to this one 100%. There's just so many other things that I feel like are higher in priority because I've got Bloodless Ties coming out later this year, and I've got people waiting for that and asking me about it every single day. So I know 100% that's the book of mine that people are most anticipating. And then I also have my standalone romance, which has a cover already and stuff, so I just like feel like it's later in the process, so I feel like I need to prioritize that one. So once those 2 books are done, I want to get back to Gracie's book. That's my tentative plan. Favorite snacks. Right now, I don't know, I go through these weird waves where I hate eating just because it's like an inconvenience to me. Like, I'm focused and I got things to do, I got work to do, and so when I start to feel hungry, I get annoyed because it like pulls me out of whatever I'm working on, and it's inconvenient that I have to go make food. So I've just been feeling like that for weeks. So honestly, I've been making these smoothies where I throw as much into them as I possibly can, trying to get like as many calories into that as I can, so then like I'm not going to be hungry for a while, so then I don't have to deal with it again for a while. So I guess smoothies If you're curious, I usually put like a banana and some kind of frozen fruit in it. I put a ton of spinach. I put protein powder, maca powder, blue spirulina, some oats, peanut butter, agave, almond milk, cinnamon. I think that's everything. They're really good. That's been my thing. Things you wish you knew about self-publishing before you started. I think I really just wish I hadn't been so like, I don't know how to explain it, like nervous about it, like tentative and cautious and feeling like one wrong move was gonna ruin everything. Like it's kind of this like perfectionist mindset of like I had to get everything right, I had to know everything ahead of time, I had to get the first book perfect, and like things were gonna be a make it or break it kind of thing. And I feel like I'm so much more relaxed now, and I have 7 books out in the world, and I do my best with every book. I do my absolute best, and I try to make them the best that I can, and I try to make the best decisions that I can with the information that I have at the time, and nothing is gonna make it or break it. Book doesn't do well, move on to the next one. Cover doesn't perform well, change it. Someone lets you know that they found a typo after the book came out, it's not the end of the world that there wasn't a freaking comma on that one page. You can go back and fix it. Like, I wish I just like chilled the fuck out. Sorry if you can hear Max scratching. Little miss! Do you want to come say hi? So I answered this next one on my Instagram stories, but the person asked favorite places you visited in Portland. Are you going to set a story there? So if you didn't know, one of my books, The Anti-Relationship Year, is actually set in Oregon and like around Portland, which is purely a coincidence. I wrote that book in 2020. Yeah, so 2 years ago, long before I moved here, long before I thought about moving here. So purely, maybe subconsciously, that has something to do with it, I don't know. Coincidence. So that book actually is set around here. As far as favorite places in Portland, the food here, I feel like everyone will tell you that, is freaking fantastic. There has yet to be a restaurant that I've tried that I haven't liked. Like, everything is so good. So I don't know if I can even like pick a favorite. And just like, I don't know, I've had weird boundary issues with internet stuff in the past. I'm like hesitant to give any kind of locations, you know, so which is a bummer because I kind of want to like share like, oh my god, this is so good, you have to go to this place, but then that worries me if I continue to go to that place, to be honest. So the whole Pearl District, downtown, Nob Hill areas, that's what I've been enjoying. And then our final question from the Instagram stories is, what is your favorite part of editing books for clients? It's funny, I actually think my favorite part is similar to my favorite part with my own projects, is seeing them in various states, depending on, you know, if I'm doing a manuscript evaluation or a copy edit, proofread, whatever. So I see the book in a rougher form when we're still developing the idea and they're still polishing it and figuring it out. And then I've been doing this long enough that like enough time has passed where the books that I've worked on are starting to get published and come out in the world. So it's really cool to see the final product of a book that I saw at like a much earlier stage. Like I feel like a proud mom almost. Like I get so excited when my clients have books out. Like that's just so freaking cool. Like seeing the covers that they have and like being able to, you know, have an image for a story that I'm familiar with. I don't know. It's just like, it's really cool to see them come out. Maxine, now she's moved over to chewing on my plant. You just woke up from a nap and you've decided you need to cause chaos. Stop it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for a really long time. I guess that's gonna be the end of the vlog. I was kind of waiting until my furniture got delivered so I could show you, but it might end up getting here like so late that I go down to get it tomorrow. So you'll have to wait till the next video to see it, but I'm excited about it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys are all doing well. Can't really think of anything else to say for this outro. All my links are down below in the description. If you're new here, maybe stick around and subscribe or whatever. That's all I got. See you guys in the next one very, very soon. Bye. No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 oh,